Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Good afternoon. Woohoo! Another day. We are here. Woke up this morning. Everything was good. Having this weird character drawing.
Just give a couple more minutes for people to trickle in.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
I didn't even realize today was Cinco de Mayo.
I realized because I went downtown and I saw people sitting outside drinking margaritas, and I'm like, I can't have one. I gotta go to class.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Honey, my child has already asked me, am I making tacos tonight? And that was not on the menu, but I guess apparently now I got to switch it.
Oh, anything for the kids.
Tacos would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So first order of business tonight, I've got an outline here. It's pretty slim. Paste that in chat for Zoom. So first order of business for tonight is, when would you all like to have office hours? And I'll just throw out there that Saturdays in the mornings work great for me. But if anybody wants something different, please let me know.
I'm pretty much open to anything, guys.
Does Saturday at 10 work for people? 10? Okay.
Fine for me.
Me,
Okay. Then
Oh
let's
wait,
plan
I
on
won't be able
Saturday.
to go. Is that okay? I have I have an appointment I have to leave out. Can we do it a little later on Saturday or earlier on Saturday?
What time
9?
works for you?
Not early.
9? Yeah, let's do 9.
No. Is that okay for you, Wayne? You shaking your head no.
Yeah, I guess.
Are you sure? I don't need, I'm not essential. So so if 10 is good for everybody else, I
Yeah, I
have to.
no, I guess 9. Yeah, definitely. Most definitely.
Or you can put a poll out, Nate, if people don't want to say out loud.
What you guys feeling? What you guys feel? Yeah, I guess the earlier it is for me on Saturday, the better, because I work in the night. So 9 a.m. is perfect.
Let's
for
do
me.
9 then, 9 a.m.
Okay, thank you, folks. I'm sorry.
All right.
Look, thank you. We need to back up.
All right, so
Office
Reverse.
hours, that's what you were talking about when you said it previously. I was like, what is he talking about? But now it just registered. We have it every week.
yeah. Yep. So for office hours, feel free to bring whatever questions you have, whatever you want to work on. I will probably just pick something to talk about. Possibly we'll talk about command line Git, but it really just is up to all of you what you want to do on Saturday. All right. So I want to open up today like we did yesterday, and I want to do another practice with Git using GitHub Desktop. Again, you don't have to leave in the code I'm going to ask you to write. You don't have to leave that in if you think it's ugly or you don't like it. We're just trying to exercise. We're just trying to practice pushing commits to Git. So the challenge for today is I would like everyone to put a mail to link on their portfolio website.
I think we already have.
Does everybody know what a mail to link is? Everybody already have one?
Yeah, we have one.
Okay. So where does the mail to link go? Your personal Gmail or?
Well, I don't think it worked, but we had tried to set up one. I don't
yeah,
know.
it's supposed to go to the personal email.
I think mine works.
It does. I don't know if mine works. Honestly, I didn't try it out.
Well, here's my question, or here's a thought. Yesterday we got our domain names, right? So you should technically have a new email address that can be forwarded to your personal, right? So let's see.
Oh, but
My
before you go
domain
any
yesterday-
further, my apologies. So yesterday when we were saying that the site wasn't real, it was.
The site wasn't real? What do you mean?
You remember that the other site that I was on, whichever site?
Oh, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
real,
Okay.
weirdly.
It was the educator Namecheap website?
Yeah.
Do you know why it was saying you had to buy that other stuff?
Hmm?
Do you know why it was saying you were required to buy the other stuff?
Because I had clicked on the benefits thing and it brought me to it. That's why.
Okay.
Okay.
So it was
Interesting.
basically telling me because you have this free one, you have to include this first within whatever you're doing. I was like, oh, okay, all right. So I got both of them yesterday. So we cool, we good.
Okay. Let me share my screen really quick and show you what I mean by the mail to link. So a couple of people got their domain names set up yesterday. Notice how I bought this cohort 3 yesterday. So I should be able to create a mail to link. Nathan at cohort3.com, right? Because I now own this domain and I went into Namecheap and I set up the forwarder. So any emails to Nathan are forwarded to my personal email address. So I know some people aren't quite done with their domain names. I know some people haven't gotten all of that set up or even the email forwarding. But what I would like is for us to just create this link using whatever the domain is that you've already bought. And then today we'll work on making sure that those things work, your domain name and all of that.
Quick question for you. So, okay, so I was able to finally come up with the domain name. So I did all that like on my own earlier, just like going through the slides and everything. So for the mail forwarding, I don't know if I did it right. So how are ours supposed to look? I know it's the @ and then what our domain name is, but are we supposed to be putting our first name at whatever the domain name is?
Whatever you want to put in there. And I'll show you how to set that up on the Namecheap side, but you pick. So if you want it to be, if you want it to be Tiffany at, and then your website, that's totally fine. You could also do like contact, or it's entirely up to you.
Oh, got it. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
So go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Wayne, what domain did you buy yesterday?
I'll just share. Oh, right.
Is it the WayneSTB.com?
Yes.
Was that it?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go into your portfolio and add a mail to link using your new domain. Does that make sense?
So take out what we had before.
Yep. Use your new domain instead of just putting your personal up there. Does that make sense, Wayne?
Excuse me, Nate.
Yep.
This is Latonia. Is this a quiz, or can I ask you like what the steps are on it? 'Cause I want to
Absolutely,
put them
yeah.
in the notes. Yeah. If you can just run through them real quick.
Yeah. So I'm going to use Wayne as an example. Let's see. Here is a mail to link that Wayne already has. So here's the link. If you would like to get in touch, send me an email. So what I'm asking folks to do is to go and update their mail to links on their portfolio to use their new domain. So this would change from this email to contact or Wayne, whichever one you prefer, at Wayne STB or whatever domain name it is that you bought yesterday. So we're taking out the personal emails from our capstone, or sorry, from our portfolio websites, and we're replacing them with our domain email addresses. And then committing and pushing. So again, to commit and push, we would open up GitHub Desktop. We would make sure that we have our portfolio repository selected. And then change our code. So I'll open up my code here. To open up my code, click the Open in Visual Studio Code button.
Hey, Nate, so mine did end up working.
Your email?
Yeah,
your
it
domain?
works. So I did the mail to thing and I put my domain. I never checked to see if the actual link worked, how Chrissy said earlier. I just clicked on it and it actually does bring it up. So it did end up working. I just put
Okay,
it in
great.
my portfolio.
Can you commit and push those changes up?
Yeah, I did it.
Okay, great. So I'm doing the same thing here. I'm creating a mail to link. I think that's the format for mail to, mail to : and then whatever the address is. So for mine, it's contact at, this is my portfolio website. So it's meetups.com. My email is here. Okay, so I'm just making a link using my domain. I'm going to save, come back here, create a commit. So added a mail to link using my domain, commit, and push.
Do this a different way. How do I do this to look at it?
So I'm going to stop sharing for a minute and give people a second to work on this. If you have any questions, let me know. We're just trying to practice again today, starting off today by practicing our commit and our push.
Fix. Just can't keep the one.
Doug, how are you feeling? Were you able to create a commit and push it?
Yes, I did.
Excellent. Okay. I know you are using Google. Have you been able to see anything about email forwarding?
Yes, I just did that. Since we started today, I went over to the Google site and there on the left, there was a little email tab. And there was an add email alias option.
Oh, great. Okay. And it works?
I don't know. I have not tried sending myself an email yet.
Okay.
The mail to is not working because I use Gmail webmail. I don't use like an email client on my computer.
Oh,
So when you hit the mail to, it tries to open something, but I'll try sending myself an email anyhow. Just
Okay.
from Gmail.
Okay, I forget who Unique Creation is. I should have this memorized by now, but your mail to link looks great.
Oh, that was me.
Tiffany is Unique Creation. Got it. Chaz, are you on the call today? No. Okay. Nicole, how are you? How are you doing? How are you feeling?
Definitely behind. I had an emergency to pick my daughter up, so I'm on my way in the house right now.
Okay, no worries. A couple of people that aren't here today. Okay. Okay. So we're going to stop there. Hopefully that. Go ahead.
So I heard Doug say, I just didn't do this part. So add email alias, and I heard Doug say alias email. So I just put my email address that I want everything to go to, because then it says there's an arrow and it says existing recipient email.
So I want to get through a couple things. And then after that, we're going to tie up loose ends with deploys, domains, and emails. Please don't let me forget, because what I think, Doug, if you don't mind, later showing us how you set that up with Google, then we'll have all the email addresses for Google working.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So what I want to do today is I've got a couple more slides that I want to share about some useful terminal tools that I would consider to be in the realm of DevOps. These are all optional. You don't need to install the software necessarily, but I would encourage you to follow along and then reference back to these slides if you ever want to check this out later. But most of the stuff that I'm going to show you is just things to help you migrate a little bit towards using the terminal. And I'll just throw out there that as you progress in your career as a software developer, a lot of the other folks that you work with are going to be comfortable in the terminal. So one of the goals that I wanted to develop this week, but also the next time I see you, is to enhance it and build up those terminal skills. And I know Max has already been doing that, teaching you how to do CD and ls and some of those other terminal commands. So as you progress in your career, you're going to work with other people that are going to be very familiar with the terminal. It behooves you to also use the terminal as much as possible. And as you go, you're going to see that there's some things that you can do as a programmer. There's some things you can do in the terminal a lot quicker, a lot faster. And there's also some tools that just don't exist outside of the terminal that you really have to go to the terminal in order to use. All right. So let me go back to share my screen. Okay. So the very first command, has anyone heard of open? No. So open is one of those special Mac terminal commands. I've never seen it on Linux. On Linux, it's called xdg-open. Or sorry, I'm not going to say universally on all Linux distributions, but on specific ones, it's xdg-open. But on Mac, it's just called open. And this is kind of one of the simplest, but most frequently used commands I run in the terminal all the time. And let me show you how it works. So recall that if you just type in the command CD and hit enter in your terminal, it's going to take you up to the top level of your home folder. So just as a refresher, maybe Max didn't cover this, or maybe he did, but recall that CD is how you get to the root, this tilde, the root of your home folder. So it's kind of a reset. If you're digging around on your computer and you end up in some folder and you don't know why you're in that folder and you just want to get back to a starting point, CD and enter will get you there. So using CD to take me to the starting point, the home folder, I can use the open command, which takes one argument, and the one argument is what you want to open. And if you say open and let's see, desktop and screenshots, and we fill in the name of a file or a path to a file, notice how it just opened up with preview down here. So we can also do that for other files. So if we, so I keep my code in a big folder called workspace. So I'm going to cd into that workspace, and I'm going to go into my portfolio folder. If I type open and index.html, notice that it opens up my index.html in Chrome. So open is kind of a universal command for take the file, and with whatever the default program is that handles this file on my computer, open it. Okay. Open's real useful if you're in the terminal and you just want to get access to something really quickly. Just type open and then give it the thing that you want to open.
Quick question for you.
Questions? Yep.
Okay, so if you want to open something, so I saw, like example, you did open the index.html. Do you have to actually do like open and then the desktop and then go to workspace? You actually have to do that path?
So you could do it either way. So notice how I've done it two ways. The first way is I opened something inside of a folder. So from where I was, I opened up the desktop and then the screenshot.
Okay.
And then down here, I CD'd into the workspace, into my portfolio code, and then I opened the file. You can do it either way.
Okay.
So you can move to the folder and then open it from within that folder. Or if I hit CD and go back to my home directory, see I'm back up at my home directory, I can also do open, type out the full path. That also works. Does that answer your question?
Okay. Yes.
So you could do either. You can move yourself to that place manually with CD and then open it, or from wherever you are, you could craft a path to it and open it, if that makes sense. Okay. Other questions? All right. There's one other cool thing that Open will do that I use all the time. So I'm in my folder. So this is where my my portfolio code is. If I want to get a Finder window, so I could drag and drop or copy, I could just say open and then dot, which means to open where I am currently in the terminal. And you can see that opens up a Finder window. I just find this super useful. Sometimes I need a Finder window in order to copy things or to delete something, or to just have access to Finder. So remember that if you type in open dot, it will open wherever you currently are in a new Finder window. Before I go any further, are people fairly comfortable with navigating around on using the terminal, using CD? Just by yes or no, I guess, in Zoom chat, maybe.
No. Yes. We're not too familiar with it, but
Okay.
or not everybody's familiar with it, I should say.
Okay.
I am in some sense.
First time. Okay, a couple people first time using. Okay. 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 Well, if this is the first time, welcome. This may look a little bit intimidating, but I promise it's really not. This is just an alternative way of doing the same things that you would with Finder, but inside of a terminal, which allows you to do a little bit more advanced stuff. And if you're not feeling comfortable with some of these commands, don't worry. Give yourself a little bit of time and patience, and eventually you can come back and look at these slides if you want to learn more about this. But I do want to just briefly cover CD or give a refresher for CD. Again, if you want to get to your home folder, and by home folder, I mean, when you go into Finder, your home folder is whatever your Mac username is. So mine is Nathan Evans on this computer. And this is where you would have documents and downloads and desktop and all of that. To get to that home folder, you would type CD and hit enter, and that will take you there. So just remember CD and enter. That's kind of a way to reset and take yourself back up to your home folder. So from there, you can then work yourself down into whatever folder it is you want to be in. Okay. So that is open. I'm sure Max has already covered LS a little bit. So what LS lets you do in combination with CD, I would think that CD and LS are kind of your two most basic commands in the terminal. So LS allows you to list all of the files wherever you are. So if I CD into my workspaces folder, I could do an LS and see all of the different projects that I've worked on. Go into my my portfolio. I could do an LS in there, and I can see these two files here. Are some folks familiar with that? Okay, Christy, first time you've seen LS. So LS means to list out the files wherever you're currently at in the terminal. I thought Max had covered some of these before, but if this is the first time, then I'll just explain some of this as I go along. But in combination, CD and LS, they're kind of complementary. So CD allows you to move around in the terminal. LS lets you see what the files are in the directory that you're currently in. Okay. It's been a long time. Okay, well, hopefully this is a refresher. If anybody has questions, please feel free to stop me. In combination with CD and LS, now that we know that there's a README and index.html in here, we could then use open to open the index.html like we did before. The ls command also takes some options. So if we are, let's move up to, I want to go to my home folder, and then I'm going to go into my documents, GitHub, and then I'm going to actually go into Max's example portfolio. If I do an ls in here, we'll see that these are all of Max's files for his portfolio website. One of the first things that I want to show with ls is that not only can you display it in this kind of rectangular format, but you can also display it in a list. So there's an argument you could pass to ls, a -l, that will put it into a nice formatted list with a whole bunch of extra information. So things about like when it was modified and who owns that file. And the most handy one that I've just memorized is ls-ltr, which sorts it by recently modified at the very end.
Where
So
do
I
you
can see
find all
index.
these comments? Like, is there a list for these comments?
Yeah, good question. So you could Google online, and kind of the best way to do that is to say Linux ls. And you'll find all sorts of information on the internet about the ls command. Alternatively, there's help documents built into your computer. And in order to access those for each command, you can look up what are called the man pages. You could say man and then pass it a command. So like ls, and it will open up the manual for that command. I don't tend to come in here unless I'm looking for something really specific, because this is kind of terse, dense kind of documentation to read through. But if you're looking for you're looking for the manual on a command, use the man command. But ls-ltr, this is just a fancy command that that I've developed muscle memory for, and I think is super useful. So I wanted to share that with everyone. When you're moving and navigating around on your computer using CD and you're in a folder, you can use ls-ltr to see all the files sorted by most recent. Okay.
Nathan, quick question.
Yep.
So I'm sorry, I was just kind of like trying to follow along. So how do I get back from, I'm on the man ls, but how do I get back to another screen? It's not
So
letting me type in.
Press, good question. Press Q, the letter Q on the keyboard.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Wait.
Okay. So the way that you've been installing programs thus far has been go to the website, download a DMG and drag and drop, or open the installer and then drag and drop it into applications. That whole thing, right? That's how we've been installing programs. So there is a way to also install programs through the terminal. If anybody's familiar with operating systems like Ubuntu or CentOS, Elementary OS, some of those other Linux distributions, if anyone's familiar with apt-get or apt-install, this is the same sort of thing. It's a package manager. Brew is a package manager for Mac, and it lets you install packages through your terminal instead of that whole drag and drop and all of that. So I think everyone in class right now should follow along with me. You may not use this package manager to install some of the stuff I'm about to show you, but it would be nice for you to have Brew installed on your computer. So if everyone could follow along with me, what I would like you to do, and I'll paste this into Zoom chat. But what I'd like everyone to do is to take this command, copy it, open up their terminal, and paste it in. And hit enter.
Does it matter what directory we're in terminal?
Nope, not at all. And then I already have it installed on my computer. Doug, do you mind sharing your screen just just so I can see what it looks like on your end?
Where is it?
Perfect. Yep. Now hit enter. Okay. Yep. Asking for your Mac password. Go ahead and type that in and hit enter.
Copy.
And then hit enter. Yep. There we go.
Now, where is this installing Homebrew to? Is it going in the applications folder?
It's getting installed in one of the system folders. So user local /usr/local.
Excuse me, Nate.
Mhm.
The brew command that can be run from anywhere, right? It's global or
Correct. Yes.
okay.
Someone to put this type of.
And are any applications that you install from terminal, do they all go to the same place?
They do. Yes. User local. Is anybody having problems running this command?
No, no.
It didn't prompt me for a password.
It's backups too.
It did prompt you.
It did not.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Was this all supposed to be one line that you
Mhm.
posted in chat? And we're just copying and pasting it in terminal and hitting enter?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, then I'm not sure.
Do you mind sharing your screen? You might actually already have it installed.
Oh, well,
Is my
okay, we'll
thinking.
see. Let me see.
Yeah.
Um,
Larry, were you able to install Brew okay?
It's installing now, said it's resolving.
Excellent. Okay.
that's
Okay.
what-
So click in, yep, the terminal and hit Control C to cancel the current command. All right.
Mhm.
Now let's try pasting that in. Okay. Hit enter.
Oh,
There we go. It's got ASCII password.
okay.
And hit enter. Perfect. Okay.
Thank you.
You're all set. Yep. We will definitely need this the next time that I see you. So if everyone can install this, that would be great.
Done. It's all done.
All right. So for the folks that are getting done, let me show you how to test that it is installed. So you can say brew and hit enter in the terminal, and it will, if you have it installed correctly, it will print out a message that looks like this, telling you the different ways to run the brew command. If you're not seeing something like this, then let me know. But if you've installed it correctly, it should spit out some stuff.
You said, what are we typing in to have it spit that out?
Just the word brew and enter.
The word brew. Okay.
Brew. Yep.
Yeah, that didn't spit anything out for me other than the command not found.
That's what I got also.
Do you have to
Command not
restart
found.
it?
Good idea. Yeah. Open up another terminal window and type in brew and see if that helps.
No.
Strange, the slides are right here.
Same thing.
Same for you, Larry?
Yeah, same for me.
Larry, do you mind sharing your screen? Let me stop.
So it is showing on mine, and we can check on Larry's too. I'm saying it says like next steps. It says the installation was successful, but then it says that I've got to run these 2 commands in my terminal to add homebrew to the path. So
Okay.
That's a reason.
Can we switch over to Tiffany really quick? Because I want to see what those commands are. I think we do want to run those 2 commands. Let's see.
Okay. Hold on.
Do you mind sharing your screen?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. So the next 2 steps. Yep. So can you copy those and throw those into Zoom chat? So see those 2 commands. Yeah. Can you
And then that one.
Mhm.
Okay.
Copy that. Command C. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you paste that into?
Yeah. How the heck do I get back to you guys? Sorry.
Probably gonna have to change the Tiffany Williams to whatever name we have.
Oh my God, where are you? Oh, there goes the chat. Okay, sorry guys.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So everyone that it's got your profile name.
Oh, it
in there,
does
so
have
we
my,
don't want to
yeah.
run that. Yeah. So Tiffany, you should run that command on your computer. Everybody else shouldn't run that. Let me quickly write a command that will work.
I got the same message that she has.
So Christy, take those 2 lines, copy them, and paste them in your terminal and hit enter.
permission denied.
Oh, boy. So,
Interesting.
So here's the command that everyone can run after they've installed brew. Tiffany, you said you're getting a permission denied.
Yes.
Permission denied. Oh, so I don't think you copied the second line correctly. Grab that eval line, the second line, copy that.
Yeah.
Yep, copy that.
Okay.
Perfect. Paste it. Enter. Perfect. Okay, now type in brew and hit enter.
Oh.
There it be. Very nice.
Cool.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Other people, is everybody else able to get this? Get that brew command working?
I think I
That's
picked up in the
good.
same exact step sheet that, what do we do next? So we copy the, hold on, let me see.
I copied that thing she put in the chat, but then I substituted my username instead of hers. It works
Oh,
now.
great. Okay. It works now. Cool. Is anybody else stuck? Or do we all have brew running? Stephanie, do you have brew going?
What?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Woo. So kind of, do I just copy the eval line like with Tiffany and then paste that?
Yep. Do you mind sharing your screen so we can see exactly what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you run the first one? The echo eval, the top line?
No.
Have you run that yet? Okay, so grab that. Yep. The whole thing. Yep. Command C, Command V, and hit enter. Perfect. Do the same thing for the second line. So yeah, Latonia, you can run each of these together. It looks like we were having a little bit of trouble doing that, so we're just running both of them separately. But you should be able to copy both of them and paste them. All right, now if you type in brew and hit enter, you should get some text. Perfect, you
Oh,
have it installed now. Great,
okay. Thank you.
you're welcome. Okay.
So we're copying the echo eval opt homebrew.
And running those two lines in the terminal. Yep.
But we paste it in as one, or we have to separate it out?
Just do them as, yeah, do them as two separate commands. So grab the first line, paste it, enter, grab the second line, paste it, and enter.
something is wrong with mine. Mine says quote.
Yeah. So Christy, do you mind sharing your screen? I think somebody else got this too. Yep. So hit control, click in. Yep. Control C, which means to kill whatever is going on. So Control C on your keyboard. Perfect. Okay. Now let's grab that first command to do that again. The echo eval. Okay. Yep. Copy and paste. Enter. Yep. Let's do the second one. Don't forget that last quotation mark. That's where we got in trouble. There we go. Oops, yep. Enter. Yep. Type in brew. So now let's see if we can use the brew command. Brew. Enter. Perfect. You're all set. Anybody else?
Yeah, mine, it said permission denied.
You might
When I
share.
typed in the first line.
Okay. Okay. Oh, the $sign. So go back to the terminal. Press up to go to the last command you ran. Okay, and then go arrow to the left, arrow key left, keep going, kill that $sign at the beginning of your name. Oops, slash, yep, and then, yeah, there you go, perfect, enter. And then that second command, the eval, yep. All right, let's try the brew command, brew. What's that, cool.
Thank you.
Yep. Straw J, do you want to share your screen and let's see if we can get your. I think you're muted. Yeah, you're muted. Okay, so password. Let's get a clean slate here. So just click into the terminal, hit Control C, which is going to cancel the current command that you're running. So Control on the keyboard and C. There we go. All right, and press up on the arrow keys to go to the last command you ran. Okay, and hit enter. So we're running this again. Yep. Now, in the password, type in the password that you use when you sign into your MacBook and hit enter.
Is it supposed to be showing me inputting? Because it's not.
No, it's not, because it's a security thing. Like, we don't.
Okay.
Yep, there you go. You got it. So hit enter.
Again, okay.
Enter one more time. You're perfect. So now it's going to install.
Okay.
Let's see if this finishes quickly. We could just go ahead and run those two commands. It's these M1 Macs. They're so fast. My computer would be sitting there chugging along.
What is homebrew while we're waiting?
It's a package manager, so it allows you to install software using the terminal. Like I said, it's kind of a chore on Macs to go and drag applications into the application folder. I'm going to show you here in a second just how easy installing software can be using the command line.
Okay, it says it's done, I think. Maybe not.
Yeah, it's thinking. Okay.
You did tell us that in the beginning, but after this discombobulation, I forgot.
Well, I'd like to congratulate all of you for being in the terminal. You're all hackers now. You're all hackers.
Are we? Okay.
Yep. You got a terminal. You know how to hack. All right. So these last two commands, see the next steps, run these two commands in your terminal to add homebrew to your path. So copy that echo eval line at the bottom. Do you see what I'm talking about?
The second one or the first, the one that you posted?
Grab that first one that's on your screen. So you look in your terminal and do you see that echo eval line? So grab that first one. Don't grab the second one. Just grab one line at a time. I think that's messing with some people. Perfect. Yep. Now paste that in.
Enter.
Excellent. Enter. Yep. And then same thing for the second line. Good catch. Yeah, that would have been bad. Okay. And now if you type in, after you hit enter, now if you type in brew and hit enter, you should have the brew command installed now. Excellent. Great. Anybody else?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anybody else Are we all pretty much there? Okay, so I'm going to go back to share. So the whole point of what we just did is to be able to install software using brew, the brew command. And let me show you how that works. Using one of my favorite programs for the Mac computer. It's also available on other distributions, other Linux distributions and operating systems. But HTOP. So to install this, go into your terminal and just say brew install HTOP. So in the terminal, I'll paste this into Zoom, brew install HTOP. That is the command. Go into your terminal, type in brew install HTOP and hit enter. What this is going to do is it's going to go out to the internet. It's going to look for a program called HTOP and it's going to install it on your computer. It might take a minute for things to warm up. It's certainly going to take a minute on my computer because it has to go and find it, and it also does a bunch of other stuff. But
what does HTOP do?
So HTOP, I'm glad you asked. HTOP shows you a terminal representation of the activity monitor.
It says HTOP requires root privilege.
Do you mind sharing your screen real quick, so I could see what that
Did you
is?
use the quotes? Did you use the quotes, Charjay?
No.
I used the quotes the first time and then I didn't use them the second.
I got the same thing though, Australia. It wants sudo permission, so it wants like root user permission.
You should be
install it.
Trust any software you grant root privilege. I'll show you.
Yes, please.
Let me make this smaller.
Oh, no, that's great.
Okay.
Let's see. HTOP requires, so you'll need to run sudo HTOP. You should be certain that you trust any. Oh, okay. HTOP requires sudo permissions. Interesting. I've never had to use sudo in order to run HTOP on my Mac. So some people will need to run sudo HTOP. So Strajay, type in HTOP and hit enter. Yeah, it's just lying to you. It probably wants root permissions just because then you could see all the information on the processes. Okay, so other people, if you type in HTOP, you should see something similar, and this might be a little overwhelming. So I'm going to kind of break it down real quick. Actually, let me take over screen share.
Okay.
Keep running HTOP on your computer though. Let me open up HTOP online. Okay. So first and foremost, to get out of this screen, to get back to your terminal, you would type the letter Q. So that will take you from looking at HTOP back to the terminal. To get back into HTOP, you would type the word HTOP and hit enter, and it will take you back to the screen. Okay. So to get in, type HTOP. To get out, press the letter Q. And what we're looking at here is we're looking at a visualization of all of the CPU cores on our machine. So all of the utilization of each of the CPU cores. So my machine has 12 CPU cores, and I can see right now that about 6 of them are doing meaningful work because the graph is flaming up to red on 6 of these cores. I can also see, I can also sort based on just like an activity monitor. You can sort based off the CPU usage, memory usage, all of that sort of stuff. You could do the same thing in HTOP by using F6 and navigating with the arrow keys. So if I want to sort by CPU, I can press F6, and over here on the left side, you'll see a little column has popped up, and I can navigate up and down and press the enter key to sort by these different fields. So I want to see what's consuming the most CPU, and if I hit enter, I can see The top application using 129% of my available CPU is obviously Zoom, because Zoom is a beast. So F6, you could see all of these options down here, all the different commands you can run in HTOP. F6, the sort by, that's kind of the go-to command to use. But the reason why HTOP is real handy is because it's right there in the terminal. You don't need to go and find activity monitor and navigate through all that nonsense. You can just see it directly in your terminal. You can also easily visualize how much of your memory is in use. Right now, this bar right here for mem, this shows me how much of my RAM I'm using on my computer. So I'm at about half usage based on this visualization right here. And my computer's been running for about a day, so kind of neat. Anybody have questions? Everybody able to come in here and see this?
Which
Everybody
one
feel
was
like
the
a hacker
RAM?
now? So RAM is this mem bar right here.
Okay.
Long mem bar.
Mm.
And what's SWP right under that?
So when you run out of memory, when you run out of total available RAM, the operating system will start using what's known as swap, which means instead of using RAM, it will actually use files on your disk that act like RAM. Sorry if I'm not giving a very good explanation of that, but when you run out of memory, swap pretends to act like memory by using your hard drive as memory, if that makes sense.
Huh, because mine memory is not maxed out, but the swap is up at 2.5 gigs out of 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, mine is at 4.
That's interesting because swap is really slow, right? Because it's not your RAM, it's actually accessing your hard drive and utilizing that as part of your RAM. But Mac might be doing something clever. I don't know. I just know on typical Linux systems, you typically don't want to be using swap. You want to be using RAM, but
Yeah,
it's kind of beyond me. Right?
Mine is in the red. It says like 6.3 out of 7.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I'll make a note and come to office hours and I'll try to have read up on how to eliminate swap on Mac OS. Other questions, thoughts? This
What kind
mildly
of
entertaining?
What kind of computer do you have?
I have one of the old Intel ones. So this is.
What you added, you updated the RAM yourself?
No, this is one of the 2019 32 gigs. So I've got the old slow Intel machine. Okay, so I'm going to press Q to get out of here. So that's kind of your first command. You can run that anywhere. It doesn't matter where you're at. HTOP's just, I think HTOP's super useful for seeing what's going on with your computer. As you get into running JavaScript, sometimes JavaScript will go haywire, and it will be useful to come in here and see what some of those processes, especially JavaScript, is doing on your machine. So this, come back and check out HTOP anytime that you want to see what's going on in your computer. Okay, this is a command that comes installed in your computer. It's a bit more verbose than HTOP, but it's called PS, and it stands for processes. So if you type in PS and hit enter, you can see all of the processes that your terminal is currently running. Right now, I'm just running my terminal, so that's what shows up. If you type PS, you might see bash or maybe nothing at all, or just one of these process IDs. To see all of the processes running on your computer, you could say PS AUX. And this is kind of like Activity Monitor, except it's a bit more extensive. So it shows all of the programs that are currently running on your computer. And the reason why this is helpful is because if you know of a certain program that you're trying to kill, force quit, you could come in here, find the process ID. So right now, if I wanted to exit out of Zoom, I could come in here, find the process ID 8069, and I can use the command kill and pass it that process number, and it will force quit it on my machine. This is the same. This is the same as going into Activity Monitor, finding the process and hitting that force quit button. So PSAUX is kind of another one of those handy commands to have in order to get in there and shut down programs or see what's running on your computer. Okay.
Can you repeat how to kill one more time?
Sure. So if you do PSAUX, this will tell you all the programs running. You can press Control F in your terminal or Command F in my terminal, and you could search. So like search for, let's say I wanted to kill Zoom. I could type in Zoom. I could find the line where Zoom is running. And then over here on this column, right here, this PID column, the process ID column, I can copy that and then issue the command kill, which takes one argument, and the one argument it takes is the process ID. And if I hit enter, I would be booted out of Zoom, like Zoom would instantly crash. So. There's also a fancy way of doing all of that in one single command. So if I wanted to try to find Zoom, I could do PSAUX and then pipe that into a grep for Zoom, which would just show me all the lines that contain Zoom. I don't expect anybody to understand what I just said, but if you want to just search for only a certain program, you can use this statement, and it's in the slides. PSAUX, the pipe symbol, which is right above the return key, and then the word grep and whatever it is you want to search for. We're going to skip over LSOF. You could take a look at that, but LSOF, I'll probably bring this up for the next module. LSOF is useful when you're running programs and you want to find them by a specific word. Okay, dig. I already showed this in class before. You don't need to brew install for, I don't believe you need to brew install for dig. Can someone confirm whether or not they can type dig in the terminal and hit enter? Does that do something for folks? So you got some output?
Yes, it worked for me.
Yeah, it printed
great.
out question section, answer section.
Excellent. Okay, so we talked a little bit about dig, but I just want to reiterate, dig, it's a command that comes installed already. It takes one argument, the thing that you want to go and find the DNS records for. So I'm gonna pick on somebody from yesterday. Zach, I'm gonna pick on you. So I'm gonna take Zach's domain name, zhafner.com. And I'm going to dig it. And you can see these are the A records that he set up yesterday to point to the GitHub pages. Okay. Questions about dig? People still remember this from yesterday? This is purely for going and double checking the records that you set up in Namecheap or in Google.
Quick question, sorry. Just so when you're in there, like how were you able to see that he did it yesterday? Do you see where's the date at or?
Oh, that he I don't think that we could see that he did it yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday, we can't see specifically when he set these records, but I know that he set them because these look suspiciously like those IP addresses that we were reading off yesterday.
Okay.
Right, Zach? These are GitHub IP addresses, right?
I don't know. I bought the domain. I tried to follow the directions in the slides, but if I try actually going to the website, it says it's not set up on GitHub. So I don't know if it's.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
it's pointing to GitHub, right? So we're getting a 404. Okay, well, we're gonna finish class today by getting everybody's portfolio, and I know what's going on here, so we'll come back to this. Don't let me forget about fixing that. Okay, we've got just two more commands that I want to share, and then we'll get into fixing deploys. Touch. So touch takes one argument, and what touch does is it creates empty files, which is really handy if you just want to create, let's say, an index.html without opening VS Code or without needing to open a text editor. And let me show you why this would be useful. So I'll go into my workspace, into my portfolio, and I'm going to let me show one other command. To delete files using the terminal, has anyone heard of RM?
No.
No? Okay. So RM takes one argument. It takes the file that you want to delete. I'm going to delete my index.html. RM stands for remove. Okay. And if I do an ls to see what's around me in this folder, I'll see that there's just the README because I just deleted the index.html using RM. Okay. Touch allows you to create files, empty files in the terminal. So if I say touch index.html, hit enter, and then do an ls, notice that I have an index.html here. If I do an ls-ltr to show me the details for all the files in here, notice this 0. That 0 means 0 bytes. The file is completely empty. So at this point, I could open up my index.html with VS Code, add in some valid HTML, but touch just lets you create files. So touch feedback.html. So maybe I want to scaffold out the files that I'm going to eventually fill in with HTML. So touch just lets you create empty files. You know, sometimes when I'm going and creating a website, I'll do exactly this. I'll sit there and think for a minute, okay, what are the skeleton pages that I need to build out? And I'll go and create those empty files, and then I'll start filling them in with content. But touch is just another tool to have in your terminal tool belt. Touch lets you create empty files.
But does it also, because you said the first time you did touch and then you did CD workspace, weren't you looking in a file too, or you just created that?
I just created it. Touch only creates files.
Okay.
And I'm also going to show one more time the RM command, which is kind of another one of those basic commands to practice and make sure that you understand. I should also say, if you RM something in the terminal, it's not going to go into the trash can. You're not going to be able to get it back using the normal methods. So be very careful when you use RM, because when you RM, it's, for all intents and purposes, when you RM, it's gone forever. Do not do RM /. Do not run RM on the root of your computer. That would be really bad. But it's safe to do when you pass it just a file. So RM and then feedback.html. So I'm going to delete these files. Contact.html. Do an ls. I'm back to just the 2 files.
Hey, Nate.
There's a lot that.
Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to say there's a lot that you could do in the terminal without necessarily needing to fire up VS Code and click on the buttons. If you just dedicate a little bit of time to practicing and using the terminal, I promise this will make working on your computer a whole lot faster than just doing everything through VS Code. Yep, go ahead. Latonia, were you wanting to say something?
Yeah, I'm sorry. My computer is so laggy today. That's just on a file, right? But did you say splash? You said don't run RM splash.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just wanted to throw out there. Never ever do this. never ever do this, because slash is the top of your computer. So it would be like deleting the C drive on Windows or System 32 on Windows. It's never ever hit enter. Never type that out in your terminal and hit enter.
I thought it has safeguards, like it'll be like, are you sure? Or is that just for a folder with files in it?
There are safeguards. I actually don't think that this would work. And I am too scared to show the class how to actually, I don't want to put that on anybody. So let's just stop talking about it now. These are dark things that should never be uttered.
Yeah, I just wanted to add it to the notes so they know what not to do. And me too, because I don't think I knew that.
Latonia, definitely don't put in the notes what
It says never ever run.
RM/. No, okay. As long as it has the wording. Okay. All right, and then the last one that I wanted to show is cat. So in the spirit of staying in the terminal and not necessarily needing VS Code to do everything, cat just prints out the contents of the file in the terminal. This isn't going to work for images because you can't print an image in your terminal. But for text files, it works great. So cat is built in and it takes one argument, the thing that you want to print out. So if I wanted to see the contents of my README file, I could say cat README. And there's my text. I could do cat index.html, but remember the index is empty. So there's nothing in it. So it doesn't print anything out. Cat README, and it will print out the text to your screen. Why is this useful? Well, VS Code is kind of slow. So to just be able to quickly go in the terminal, go to where you want, and cat out a file is a lot faster than opening up Visual Studio Code, waiting for it to update, and then going to open folder, and then if you have a slow computer like mine, waiting for the Finder window to pop up, and then navigating to the folder, and then you get the point. So with a little bit of practice, some of these commands will definitely save you some time if all you want to do is just go in and check what is the contents of this file.
Hey, Nate.
Yep.
Is the open command the one you can use, like if you have just a quick edit where you want to just like add something into a file, can you do the open file name to edit that file, or is there a different command?
Absolutely. And remember, when you use open, it's going to default to whatever your computer's default editor is for that file, or default program associated with that file. So I think for mine, it's WebStorm. So I think it's going to take us, no, it's Xcode. So it may depend on your machine what program it opens up with. If I do open index.html, it's going to open it up in Firefox. It kind of depends, I guess, what open will do. But if you do open dot, it will open that location in Finder, and then you can right click on the file and specify what you want to open it with. That's also another option. If you don't take anything away from the commands that I showed you, just remember open dot. That I use that command almost every single day because I need to open up a Finder window sometimes from whatever the terminal is that I'm using. Okay, that's it. Go ahead.
Can you navigate to, I think you said it was local is where brew got stalled. Is that a folder you can see?
Sure. Yeah, I can show you how to get there. So I'm gonna keep throwing a couple terminal commands your way. PWD, present working directory. If you type that in, it will show you where you are currently on your computer. So when I do CD, it takes me to users/Nathan Evans. That's my home folder. To get to where Brew installs things, you have to CD to the top. So the root, user, local, seller. If I do PWD, you'll see I'm in user/local/seller. If I do an ls here, these are all of the programs that I've installed using Brew. If you do an ls in this folder, you should see htop. Is that what you get, Doug? Is there more?
He's talking, but I think he's muted.
Sorry, no, it didn't. It didn't take me to the root.
So if you type cd/user
USR
slash local,
yeah,
and then
So-
/C on the center, and then do an ls.
If I do PWD, it says just users Doug Rusin.
Do you mind sharing your screen real quick? Let me stop. Oops. No such file or directory /user/local/seller. Oh.
Yeah.
So cd/user /local slash, and then type a capital C and hit tab on the keyboard.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't have
Oh.
a seller in there either. I got
You don't have a seller?
bin, include lib and share.
Okay. I think that for the
You just
M1
have
Max,
lib.
Well,
I'm guessing for the M1 Max that it's CD into lib. What's in there? Do you have a seller in there?
Pray,
Pray.
PREY.
So type in brew info htop. So brew space info space htop. All right, it's in slash. Okay, so go to /opt for opt /homebrew / it looks like there's a seller there. Yep, enter ls. Okay, you have ncurses installed too. Cool. Yeah, so this is where Brew is going to put everything on your computer. I guess they switched it up for the M1 Max, or maybe they switched it up with the version of Brew that you installed. Maybe my version of Brew is a little older. But that's where everything's going to go.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, let me go back to share mine. So I do want to throw out there quickly before we go and take a break. There are a number of ways to trick out your terminal, like geek eye candy, like nothing else. And you probably noticed my terminal looks a little bit different than yours. And it's not because I'm just inherently super cool and I've got all the stylish stuff. It's because I've installed a bunch of programs, and the one that really made working in the terminal fun and interesting for me was this Oh My Z shell. If you want to come to office hours, I'll help you install it, or you could just go and install it yourself and try it out. But feel free to check that out if you're interested. And then I also wanted to talk about a way to jump around that's a little bit easier than CD. You can check this out too, but what I think I want folks to do, if you're following along, is to just run brew install FASD. This is a program that you can let sit for a while on your computer, and it will watch where you go, and it will start building out intelligent paths. And when I see you guys next for the next DevOps module, by the time you reach me, we'll talk a bit about how to use this program. So if you want to go ahead and install this FASD, brew install FASD, and just let it sit for a while, we'll talk about it later. But don't feel like you have to if you're not feeling comfortable with the terminal. Okay.
Oh, never mind, never mind.
Uh-huh.
Nate,
Go ahead.
it's not installing it for me.
Brew install FASD.
Yeah,
Do you mind sharing your screen really quick?
sure.
Does anybody else having this problem? Oh, okay. Maybe it's an older package and it doesn't. Oh, don't do it with the quotes. So just brew install FASD.
Oh yeah, I tried that the first time and it said error, but I'm gonna try it.
Good catch, but notice the error there. See what the error says?
Unknown command in. Oh, okay. Wow. Yep, I see it. Because apparently, guys, I can't spell. All right, completely disregard what I just said.
Perfect. Okay. Yep. Just install and let that sit for a while. I promise it will be cool later on. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and now's a good time to take a break. When we come back, we're gonna work on our GitHub pages. So fixing potentially broken DNS records pointing to our GitHub pages. If you haven't bought a domain name, be thinking about it, because that's what we're going to use like roughly the next 40 something minutes to work on. So yeah, anyways, let's do that and take a 20-minute break and see you at 7:15, 7:20.
Alrighty.
All right. Recording. The stuff we covered was all kind of nice to have. The only thing I would maybe look at is CD in the terminal, CD and LS. So navigating around. The other stuff we installed is kind of nice to have. If you could install Brew, that would be cool too. But the next time I see you, we'll install software again. And
all right.
if you don't
And
have it, then
what's Brew really quick, just so I can make sure I got it, because yeah.
it's a package manager, so it's a way to install software. So Brew install, and then you say the name of the program. It's just it's a way to install software.
All right, got it.
The
Got it.
HTOP wasn't installing for me, so I wasn't trying to slow the class down.
So were you doing Brew install HTOP with quotes?
What quotes?
With quotes around it?
No.
Oh. Do you want to share your screen really quick before we jump into deploys? And
sure. And on the screen right now, this is the 2 domains that I bought yesterday on the thing.
Cool. Okay.
Well,
you got a .me.
Yeah, I
okay.
for this one, and then for the other one is dreamspec.com. You see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these were the 2.
Okay, so do a Brew install HTOP. Not a valid route.
Yeah.
There's somebody listed as being in there.
But then it says run in Brew update pre-install. So I don't know what that means. Then when I do this, I close it out.
Don't, it's still running.
It's still running?
Oh yeah, it was still going.
Oh shit. Really?
Yeah.
My bad.
That's okay. HTOP. No formulas found in tab. Now, I get the feeling this is because you've got other Brew processes still running. So do me a favor and do a PS space AUX space, and then the pipe symbol, which is right above the enter key. So shift and then that pipe that straight vertical line. It's right above the return key.
That one.
Yep, there you go. And then, oh, sorry, hit Control C. So cancel out of this for a second.
Yeah, I'm doing that, but it's not doing it.
Are you hitting Control or Command? Hit Control C. There we go. Press up again to go back to that last command that you ran. And then type in grep, GREP, space, and then brew. So we're going to look up all the processes. Yep, brew, the word brew. Press
you
up
need
to go
put-
back.
Brew.
Brew, enter. Okay, so we don't have any brew. Okay, so press up a couple of times to go back to the brew install command. There you go, enter. Run that one more time. Okay. Refresh. Do a brew update. Brew space update. Enter. And let this run. So this was the command that it was trying to run earlier. Let this run, and when it's done, try your brew install top again. Brew install H top again. Sound good?
All right. And the one more thing that I wanted to try and do real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
It said in the mail tool, right?
Yeah.
Where is it? Just think something like this without the H tag, or just with the A tag.
Yeah, so here what I was wanting to do earlier in class was to change that mail to link. So line 66, change that to your domain email. So change everything, yep, all the way up to the @gmail.com, including that. Yep, delete all that.
And put
And then whatever your domain is.
So any one of these two?
Whichever one you want. Which one are you going to use for your portfolio?
I think I'll use this one.
Okay, grab that. Okay. And then drop the .com because it's .me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Excellent. All right. So this should work. The only thing we need to do is set up forwarding on your domain. So go and click on manage for your domain down there. Yep. And then down below, if you scroll down below, redirect email. So see where it says you haven't defined any email. So add a forward. Yep. And what do you want this to be? Do you want it to be Wayne at WayneSTB.me? Or do you want it to be contact at? What do you want the email address to be?
Yeah, contact will be more.
Cool.
Yeah.
So type in contact. And then on the forward to, change that to whatever your personal Gmail or wherever you want the emails to go to. Excellent. And then, yep, you're already on it. Okay. And then let's go back to the HTML real quick, that mail to link. And then update that to be mail to : and then contact at. So at the B.
Mail to.
Right after that colon. Yeah, right after that colon. Contact at.
Oh, contact.
Perfect.
Okay.
You're all set.
And try it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you an email and you tell me if you get it. Contact at WayneSTB.me. Okay, I sent you an email.
I should get it in my Gmail, right?
Right. Maybe it's in. Maybe it's in spam. I don't know. We could also take it a second.
Maybe give
Make
it
sure
a
I got
few minutes.
Okay.
So the,
Contact Wayne.
And this is finish updating.
Oh, cool. Yeah, try brew installation. Sorry, brew install htop. So
Right.
brew command. Yep. Huh. Okay. Okay, we'll come back to this later. I'll make a note and I'll follow up with you later to get brew fixed.
No problem.
just quickly, the alias is what you want it to go to.
Oh, and it came through. See the test.
Excellent. Very nice.
All right, I'm gonna
Go,
stop
Christy.
here. Work.
Very nice.
So for alias, you could do contact or you could do your first name.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So I got mine to work. I had it up and I was listening when you told Wayne. So
Okay.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
great. So for folks that so what I want to do with the rest of the time today is I want to make sure that we finish this week with this whole spreadsheet filled out. I want to make sure that everybody has a working capstone deployed and their domain is linked up to it. So what I want to do is I just want to go one by one, and if you need a couple things fixed up, then we'll do that real quick. But if not, we'll move on to the next person. Feel free to follow along or do whatever you want with your capstone or portfolio. If we have time left, we can talk about setting up some stuff for the capstone. But I specifically want to walk away today knowing that everybody has their domain name set up and is good to go. So I'm going to pick on Nicole first. Nicole, what can I do to help get your portfolio set up? Where are you at with that?
I literally just have been watching. I'm way not even where y'all at. I haven't gotten my I'm still at email forwarding.
So do you have a domain name bot?
Yeah, I bought my first and last name.
Okay, do you have your domain pointed at GitHub Pages?
No.
Did you do the DNS settings? Can we run through that just real quick?
Yeah, sure. 1 second. I already have it up. I just stopped.
Oh, great. Let me stop sharing. So for anybody else that bought Namecheap and wants to follow along, we're going to point the Namecheap domain at the GitHub pages. So if you, Nicole, if you go to account.
Okay, 1 second. Just move you out the way.
Or your dashboard, however you want to get to that. Yeah. Cool. Manage. Let's get into the settings for this domain. Okay. You've got Namecheap basic DNS setup. Hey, while we're here, let's go down to the redirect email and add a forwarder real quick. So click that add forwarder. Yep. What do you want your email to be? Contact or Nicole at Nicole?
Wasn't it? I'm not sure. Is it going to be my personal email, like my regular email?
This is whatever you want it to be. So if you want it to be contact at NicoleBroadnax.com, you could do that. You could say admin at NicoleBroadnax.com. You could do me at, it's whatever you want.
I like admin. It said dot.
It sounds, so no, just put admin and that's it.
Oh, okay.
And then in the forward to put your personal Gmail or wherever you want this to go. Perfect. All right, so we've got that set up. Cool. So now when somebody sends an email to admin@NicoleBroadnax.com, it'll go to you. Cool. All right, let's jump up to the top and go to the DNS page, advanced DNS. All right, and you've got, so this looks great. You have an alias record set up pointing at Nicole Broadnax. Dude, you're all done here. Great. All right, let's go over to the GitHub side.
It
Yep,
wasn't working.
so let's go to the GitHub side. So github.com/ and then, yep, let's go to your repo. So perfect. Yeah, you know exactly where to go. So click on the portfolio one, the top one. Yep. And then go to settings. And then on the pages tab over on the left. Now go down to custom domain and enter in your Namecheap domain. So NicoleBroadnax.com. Save. There you go. That was the missing piece. It's going to take a second, but we just got it all set up. So I'm going to go and enter your.
I didn't get to do that DNS part on mine.
Sorry, go ahead.
What does it mean if it's improperly configured?
It's upset because we're using an alias record instead of CNAME record. You can ignore that warning.
Okay, and I'm just all good. I can stop sharing my screen. Is that what?
Yep, you're all good.
All right, thank you so much.
The advanced DNS part, what to add it to the GitHub page.
Can you share your screen really quick?
Yeah. Second step. I think I'm already on that section.
Oh, okay. So you made a bunch of A records. That works too. Honestly, the easiest way to do this is to make an alias record. So let's just do an alias. If you delete those A records, just hit the X on each of those. Yep. So delete that. Cancel. Hit the trash can. Yep. Latonia, enforce HTTPS should be set over on GitHub pages. You could check that box if it's not already. In fact, I would recommend if it's not already checked, yes, please hit the enforce HTTPS in
Okay,
the
thank
GitHub
you.
pages setting. Yeah, thank you for clarifying. Leave the CNAME record.
Okay.
That looks good to me. Okay. Let's add a new record. It is an alias record. The host is under the host box, put the @ symbol. And then under target, it's your GitHub username. Do you remember, is it? Oh yeah, Wayne STB, perfect.
Okay.
Paste, yep, and then .github.io. GitHub, yep, .io. So this is saying redirect everyone to your GitHub pages. And that should be an O, IO.
Oh, IO, sorry. And then save.
Yep, excellent. Yep, save. Okay, and then let's go over to the GitHub side. So, yep, you're already on it. Your github.io repo.
Where is that?
Click on it anywhere, the WayneSTB.github.io, any of those. Yep. And then go to settings. And then pages. Yep. Yep, you're already on it. Oh, you already have it. Perfect. So we just need to have the records. And then click that box and force HTTPS. Or check that box. Is it going to let you? Nope, not yet. Okay, No worries. We just need to give it a minute to configure itself. So.
Oh,
let's
this is
see.
doing this thing right now.
Yep, so it looks like it's already started. So you can actually go ahead and visit the site, waynestv.me, and you should see your portfolio. All right. Yep.
Oh, there it
And
is.
that not secure deal, that will fix itself here in a bit. Just go back into settings and eventually you'll be able to click the enforce HTTPS. So just come back and check on that, in like a 15
but
minutes or half hour.
there's things swirling around still in here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's still processing.
Okay, so I'm all set.
You're all good. I got you entered in on the portfolio sheet.
I have a quick question.
All right. Yeah.
If I go to that domain, will my portfolio come up?
If you go to Wayne's website, will your portfolio come up?
No, mine. My domain.
If you go to your domain, yeah, it's coming up for me.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
not coming up for you?
I haven't tried it. I was just asking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, everybody's website I'm entering in on this sheet here. So if you
I'm
want to
ready
come check your stuff out.
to share my screen.
Okay, yeah, by all means.
I just literally bought mine. Does that matter?
No, we can get it done real quick.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay.
Do you want to add an email?
Yes.
Okay, so click on that add forwarder box right there. Yep, on the left side, whatever you want the email address to be, so contact or admin or.
Would I be able to change this?
Yeah, you can change it to whatever you want later on if you like that too.
Okay.
So it's just the left part, so no no Gmail, it's just whatever's. Okay, and then where you want to forward it to is your personal, so it's going to send all the emails to that.
Okay, wait a minute. What is alias then?
Yeah, good question. So what we're creating here on the left side is the part before the StrongJMayweather.com. So so admin at StrongJMayweather.com or contact at StrongJMayweather.com. So you can put whatever you want there.
You can use your first name. You can use your first name, right?
Yeah, you can put Strong J in there too if you wanted. So Strong J at Strong J Mayweather.
No. Okay, I'll do contact.
Yeah, contact works. I think it makes a lot of sense.
That was
and then over here,
figure it out.
Yeah, over here, put your Gmail or whatever your personal is.
Okay.
And then don't forget to hit that green check mark.
Okay.
All right, that's the email stuff. So let's go up to the top and then click the Advanced DNS tab. Yep. And then scroll down a little bit. Delete these two records. So put a trash can on the right. Yeah. Delete them both. They're just parking. Yeah. All right, and then hit add new record. We're going to make an alias record. Alias, sorry, go back. Yep, not a record, alias. Yep, you got it. Okay, host is the @ symbol. And then the value is whatever your portfolio website GitHub link is. So do you know what your GitHub username is?
My name.
S Mayweather.
So it would be. Oh yeah, that is it. Should it be capitalized?
Nope. .github.io. So we're going to give it the full GitHub link. Yep. .io. And then we'll hit the green check mark and you're done on this side. Okay. Now let's go over to GitHub. So click over to, oh, wait. Yep. Okay. Sorry. I thought you spelled that wrong. Okay. Now let's go back to GitHub. So click on one of your tabs that has GitHub open.
The site or the desktop?
Site. Yep.
Mhm. Oh wait, this is the wrong one, but it still is me, I think. Yeah. Okay.
And yep. Settings. And then let's go to the left. There's a pages link. And then scroll down a little bit and see the custom domain box.
Mm-hmm.
Add in whatever your domain is you got on Namecheap.
That looks so weird. Okay, save it.
Yeah, it's been staring at it too long. Yep. Yeah, it's already working for me. So yeah, click on the link. I like your color scheme. I like the purple.
Thanks. Okay, cool. Okay.
Very nice. So anytime you make a commit and push it up, it's going to change this website. Every time you commit and push, it's going to deploy to this website. So just keep that in mind. All right. Next, Christy, how are you doing? Did you get your stuff going? You're muted. Christy, you're still muted.
I'm just talking away. So how do I, so I've been going to GitHub desktop. How do I go to GitHub website like everybody else?
So you can go to it in the browser, but just so you know, from GitHub desktop, see these three buttons open in VS Code, Show and Finder. There's a view of GitHub link down there. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Right here, this one?
Yeah, click that.
Oh, okay.
It should open it up in the browser somewhere.
Yeah, it's over. Let me bring it back. I'm gonna bring it over. All right. So, so yesterday I tried to, let's see.
Can you go to the settings tab?
Okay.
No, stay on this repo. The settings tab, right? Yeah, that one. Yep. And then go to pages. Yep. Okay, so you have christyaharlow.com.
It's spinning. Why is it spinning?
Oh, your website's up.
Oh, okay. Should I have done this in Forge HTTP?
Please.
Okay.
Please click it. Yep. All right.
And
yeah, you're live. You're all done.
So this was the question that I have real quick. So when how do I go to so when you create your second repository,
yeah,
how do you connect like your second web address to or second domain to that one? You do the exact same thing?
Are you trying to get both of your domains to point to the same website?
No, I want, so I have two. I bought two.
Mm-hmm.
So this one points, this points here. So I tried to create a second repository. Where do I?
To get to your second repository, yeah, you can click on your username. Yep, that right there.
This one?
Yeah, and then click on the repositories tab. It looks like you haven't created another repository.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. That's what I was trying to ask you. So wait a minute. Where do I? Oh my goodness.
So to create another repository, it would be up at the top right, the plus button. Click new repository, and yep, you could go through all of this. So click new.
I thought I did.
I did
something already. I thought.
Are you trying to make a repo for your capstone?
Well, I was trying to make a repo to connect to my other web address. But
Okay.
I guess yes for that. I did. Okay, can I show you something real quick? Let me show you this. This is so I did this right here. That's not a
Oh.
repository, is it?
Click on that. What is that?
It was just
And then, oh, so you've made it on your computer using GitHub Desktop. You didn't make it through github.com. So this
Okay.
also works. You can make it here in GitHub Desktop. You can make repos here. I just didn't cover it because it's a little bit more, it's slightly more advanced.
Okay, well, I could, how do I delete this? I'll just delete it
So yeah, up in the repo picker, click up there.
up
Yep.
here.
No, sorry. Up in the top left of GitHub Desktop. Yep, where you just were switching. Yep, click there. Right click on, yep, remove at the bottom. And then also move this repo to trash. Assuming I don't think you had anything in there. Redo that because I think you hit the cancel button.
Okay, right click.
Remove. Yep. I don't know why they make the cancel bright blue. You click to cancel again.
That's your Ed? Okay, wait a minute.
You got this. You got this.
Remove. Oh my God.
Talk about bad UX. Bad UX.
Okay, so just real quick, if you just is creating another one on the slides?
Yes, it is. But do it through github.com. So see behind you, you've got create a new repository on GitHub.
Okay, so then
So
I
Phil,
can, huh?
yeah, so fill this out and create it, and then go back to GitHub Desktop and clone what you just created down. Does that make sense?
Oh, it's available. Yes. Okay, so is there a README? And
Yeah.
then
That's it. Just hit create.
oh my goodness, I'm so excited.
And then go back to GitHub Desktop. And then add, click the add tab. Clone repository. There it is. Clone.
Do I have to click on it?
No, just click the clone button down below.
Oh.
You should be all good. Yep, now you got it pulled down. Very nice.
Okay, thank you. And so now all the steps we did for the last one, I can do all those steps and connect my second cool beans. I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. You're welcome.
So,
Nicole, what you got?
so did you just show how to make a subdomain? Can I make
No,
a subdomain for my capstone?
For your capstone?
Yeah. Max said I could do that, so I won't have to purchase multiple domains.
Yep. When you see me next, we'll be deploying all of your stuff, all of your capstone. I will help you then.
Oh, okay,
That's
next
all
time. All right, got it.
All right, let's just, Doug, I know you're all set because we just saw your stuff. Wayne, you're good. Unique creation is Tiffany.
I actually
Tiffany,
I actually do have a question about mine.
Oh yeah, go for it, Doug.
Can I share my screen?
Please. Christy, can you stop share? Oh, I got it, sorry. All yours.
So, we set it up to work with www, but it gives me this. So it'll work if it's HTTP.
Sure. So go to, and it works if it doesn't have the www.
Yes. But that doesn't work.
Because, so I have an answer for you that you might not like. So GitHub Pages is issuing the SSL certificate. And I don't believe they're issuing us SSL certificate that includes the www subdomain. I don't think that the www is going to work unless we do a redirect. Give me a chance to research this a little bit because I want to give you the right information.
Okay.
and SSL certificates, and I will figure it out. I guess in the meantime, just don't send anybody a www link. It looks like your non-www is working.
Yes, and the redirect with the other one is working too. One last question. I made a change. I had two things open in VS Code, so VS Code did this, and I thought, oh, I don't need to save that as part of my project. So I did not include that in the commit. Can I push the commit that I did make?
Absolutely.
How do I get to it?
So you could up in the top right, push origin, see how it has the 1. So you've got one stacked up. Yep, there you go. You just pushed it.
Thank you.
Wow, very nice. You can also right click on that if you wanted to just erase it. Nicole, do you have a question, or was that from before? Okay. All right. Tiffany, is your website good?
I think, but can I share, because I'm not positive?
Please.
Okay, so, all right, so I wanted to like double check with, not that part, hold on. How do I move this out the way? We'll move that down there. I wanted to double check with this part to make sure that I had it all right.
Yes, that looks good.
So I got the alias, and then for the forwarding part.
Hold on, go back.
Oh, go back.
Go back to the DNS, yep.
Okay.
So the value needs to be your GitHub username. And I think your username is unique creation 85.
Is it?
I think it is.
Wait a minute. Oh shoot, hold on.
Sure is.
It sure is. Okay. All right. Wait a second. We're gonna fix that.
Cool.
Thank you for catching that.
Yep.
And
that's like 99% of the job, right? Is spell checking the code we write.
Okay. So then for the email forwarding part, I was a little confused at first, but I think I got it. Well,
you sure did. Yep.
It goes to the personal email, right?
Yep. Do you want me to test it for you?
Yeah, please.
Okay. And then go back to the GitHub pages side. Let's get that. Let's make sure that link works.
Okay, so I kind of didn't know what to do from this part. I was following it while you were talking and helping everybody else, but I didn't know what else to do.
So that's the domain you bought, right?
Yes.
Hit save.
Okay.
You're done.
That's it?
Yeah, you were so close.
Well, shut up, because okay. I don't gotta do nothing else.
Scroll up and then see where it says your site is ready to be published. Click on that link.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We're very close.
Okay. Do I go back?
Let's triple check the spelling here. So go back to the domain.
Okay.
Yeah, and then scroll up. So eccentriccreatives.com. Copy that.
Because I feel like I don't remember if did I miss the S or not. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Okay.
Control C that. Let's just make sure that we're.
Okay. And then I'll go back to profile. So this one, that one. Settings.
Yeah.
Okay. Pages.
Pages. Yep.
Okay.
Command F and let's just see. Command F to find on the page. Paste. Command V.
Command V. Okay.
Yep. So you entered it in correct. Here's what I think. I think it's that DNS record that we just changed. So we updated the spelling on the domain, right?
Yes.
I think that's it. So I think we just need to wait a little bit for that to propagate, and then we'll be good. So let's check on it here and like by the end of class or something.
Okay. All right, thank you.
If you want to check your email and verify that you got an email from me.
Okay. Let's see, 1 second. Yes, I've got it.
Perfect. And then I just opened it up on my computer. Try opening up that website again.
Do it again. Okay.
EccentricCreatives.com, because it loaded for me.
It works. Yes, it worked.
Okay.
Look at that. All
Well
right.
done. All right.
Oh,
Guys, we are very close. We only need Zach. So Zach, is your website's good. Do you have any questions? Is everything good to go?
It's not secure. How do I fix that?
So share your screen. It's that enforce HTTPS section. So click into yeah, exactly. Go into settings. So blow this up just a little bit. Yeah, perfect. And then pages. Scroll down. Check that box. Enforce HTTPS. It will issue a certificate for you.
Okay.
And it's going to take a little bit. But your regular HTTP website looks good.
Thanks.
Great. All right. So next we've got Shantina. I'm going in order on this GitHub portfolio link. Shantina, your website looks good to me. What
my website is coming up, but I'm getting that DNS error that Tiffany is getting, where it's not being recognized, or they're saying that there's a problem or something.
In the GitHub pages settings, ignore it.
Okay.
Your website looks great. Ignore that error.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, your website looks fantastic. Great job. Oh, I gotta pick on you though for 1 second.
Oh, okay.
All right, you ready for this? Right here. We got a stray quote. We got one stray quote hanging out. All right, I'm done picking on you.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I got your website. Looks good. Larry, what do you got?
Yeah, so my website works, but I can't figure out how to get my email to work, and I got my domain from GoDaddy.
Okay. Let's do it. Do you want to share your screen? And then we'll do Danielle, and then we're done. I think everybody's got a working website at this point. If you don't, let me or Latonia know. Okay, DNS records look great. Scroll up. Let's find where, oh, wait, scroll down. Yeah, forwarding. No, that's not going to be email. Keep going. Where do they got email? GoDaddy email redirects. Keep going up. So go to settings. Yeah, click on settings. No, it's not any of this. All right. Okay, so it says to go to your product page, scroll to the additional products. So click on the domains on the left, up at the top. Yeah, click on domains, all domains. Okay. And then, yeah, scroll down and we're going to go find the manage again. Sorry.
What happened? It keeps showing the same ones.
Yeah, it keeps showing me the same thing.
don't know why. 'Cause I have like 20 something. Let's go 50. Oh,
Oh, there it is. I saw it. It's the I up above. There it is. Yep, manage. Whoa. Can you just click on? Yeah, okay, there you go. All right, add email maybe. Email. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, yep. Email address, whatever you want, like Larry or contact or admin. Okay, great. So I don't know if it's going to try to sell you on an email account with GoDaddy. That's my guess.
maybe I bought one already, so it doesn't. So maybe it's just activating that account.
Okay. If you scroll down, yeah. See this. I don't know if you want this or not. It's creating an email account for you, like a Gmail for you. If you click manage, does it let you turn it into a forward? Just a no. Well, keep going. Just nah. Let's go back. Scroll down or keep going back. Let's get out of this one. Maybe it's on the add-ons page. Wherever that was. If you go back one more time. Add-ons, maybe it's like a redirect add-on. No. No. God, I really don't know.
All right. Well, thank you.
Come to office hours and I'll bash my head against it for however long it takes to figure it out.
Okay.
Danielle, you're last. How is your website?
So I think that I've attached it, but I just want to be sure.
It popped up for me. It looks great.
Oh, I haven't. I don't know what's going on, but as long as it popped up. Yeah.
Do you want to share your screen? I want it to work for you. That's the most important.
Okay. Like I said, I think I had attached it. I just wanted to be sure that this portion of it was correct. Like,
yeah, share your screen. Let's see.
All right.
That looks perfect.
I did that
alias
right.
record.
Okay. And let me see.
The .github one. Yep. Perfect.
I went there to
Pages. You got
pages.
it linked. Scroll
Okay.
down a little bit. Keep going. Check that enforce HTTPS box.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Now scroll up to the top and click on that link where it says your site is published.
What's weird is my pictures aren't showing up.
So let's debug this real quick. Before we do though, I want to open this up to everybody else. What do other people think is happening here? Guesses? Other folks? Why would what could possibly be the culprit for this link being broken?
Missing a tag, closing tag, maybe. I don't know.
The tags, the HTML could be messed up. Anybody else have? I know Doug's got an idea. Potential idea. Could be the path, right? That's going to be my guess. Is something is up with the path. So Danielle, let's investigate what the link is. So if you right click on that image and inspect. So it's an image. The source attribute is smilehat.jpg.
Oh, so I did not know. I know what's going on. In Git, we have to upload the images as well.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, I didn't do that. All right.
You want to do that really quick?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Do you want me to keep sharing or?
Yes, please. So if you open up your GitHub desktop, you can get to the code for your website. So down at the bottom, you were just getting into it. Yep, GitHub desktop.
And where would I go from here?
So in the repo picker, are you on in the top left? Your current repository is your portfolio, right?
Right.
Okay. So go ahead and click Show in Finder in the center, and let's look at the files in here. All right. So we need to put that picture, smilehat.jpg, we need to put that picture in this folder. So if you leave this open and open up another Finder window, so down at the bottom on the dock, left click on that Finder icon. Or sorry, right click, and say new Finder window to open up another Finder window. Excellent. Okay, let's go find that image. Where do you know where it is?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Drag it over. All right, now all we need to do is go back to GitHub desktop. It's detected that you've added some stuff. Let's make a commit and let's push it.
Okay. Why isn't the commit to like it's grayed out?
It's grayed out because you need to give a message describing what the changes are that you've made. So ignore that box. It's the long form essay box, just the one up above. So see the summary required. Okay. Yep. Perfect. Commit, push. Yep. Push origin up in the top. So you've got the commits on your computer. Now you need to push it up to GitHub. So up at the top, see where it says push origin.
I don't see that. I don't know.
Oh, you're so close. Go away. There we go. All right, it's going to take a second to deploy, but that should be live on your website in a sec. Good. Feeling good, Daniel?
Yes, thank you.
Cool. Great. Well, that is it as far as getting everybody up with a working portfolio website. Anybody have any questions? How are people feeling? Your website looked great. Your domains look great.
Besides missing the download stuff, I feel like I'm all right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, don't sweat too much. Again, if you feel like you missed anything or you want to go into some deep dives on any topics, Saturday at 9 Eastern is your time for office hours. Come pester me.
Wait, what time? Wait, Saturday.
Saturday we're at 9
in the morning.
Yep.
9 in the morning on Saturday.
Hey, I got to get up at 7, so y'all have it easy.
I'll just, all right.
All right, take care, everybody.
Yep.
Yes, good
Thank
night,
you guys
y'all.
for thank you guys for coming, and see you at office hours. Otherwise, good luck next week on the on learning JavaScript. You're all going to do great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye, folks.
See ya.
Stephanie,
Thank you. Good night.
you
Night.
hang back. Bye, folks.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
on the purchase page.
Stephanie.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
so
no, no.
sorry.
No, that's okay. Nate, can we help her get caught up?
Sorry, I was
Yes,
running
thank you
real
for-
late.
So have you bought it?
Yeah, I'm at the final page, is just not taking my card. Here we go.
Oh,
Because I was trying to come up with a name the whole class, so I'm like, don't call on me. All right, I'm on the pay now page. Come on.
dude, I bought a stupid domain, so please don't feel bad.
Can
I
you
bought
share your
people like
screen?
pizza.
I kept coming up with stupid names. I was like, no, this is for portfolio. I got tons of stupid. Even my sister was trying to help, and I'm like, no, none of those. You're a professional one. Okay, so this is I've been on this page.
Yeah, try clicking that. I get stuck on this page all the time because it saves an old credit card. Actually, let me stop recording.
Oh.